Today we will review Joseph Murphy's book, The Power of Your Subconscious Mind. Let's take a look at 6 important ordinances that can change your life. I recommend paying special attention to the second point, which says what exactly stands in the way of wealth and success. You work hard to spin with all your might, but you do not get the desired result. Familiar? Sometimes even vice versa. The result is quite the opposite. But there are also those who, in appearance, did not lift a finger on a finger. However, they succeeded and got rich. Why is this happening? Why is everything for some and nothing for others? It all depends on how people use their subconscious. And before delving into this topic, let's talk about how it works. Number 1. The difference between the conscious and the subconscious is the conscious. The captain of the ship, everything is under his strict control. He keeps the course, controls the crew, monitors the state of the ship. The technicians responsible for the ship's engine follow the captain's orders without question and do not see what is happening outside the deck. They rely on the captain. So, technology is our subconscious. They follow the route given by the captain. And if the captain had set the wrong route, the ship would have crashed against the rocks. They cannot change anything until they receive a command from the captain. After all, he runs the ship. In the same way, the conscious mind is the captain of the ship of our body. The subconscious unquestioningly executes the commands received from the consciousness, all commands without exception. The subconscious does not divide the information received into good or bad, true or false. The subconscious is the soil. And whatever seed you plant, it will grow. The soil does not think about giving more energy to this or that seed. These are seeds. Apricot tree. It will bear fruit one day. Therefore, I prefer to grow it. No soil will allow any seed to germinate, regardless of its purpose. The subconscious does not understand jokes. It takes you at your word. If during hypnosis sessions a glass of water is brought to your nose and they say that it is a glass of pepper, will you start sneezing? And if the hypnotist says that you are a cat and a dog, then the subconscious will begin to behave appropriately. It does not dispute the information received. Even lies are accepted as truth. Therefore, if you constantly repeat that you cannot afford it, then the subconscious mind immediately executes this command. You say, I can't afford this car. This holiday home is abroad. The subconscious mind blindly obey. You can tell yourself this for the rest of your life. And then you say that this is how things happened. And it will never occur to you that your thoughts just materialized. Number 2. No one can take away your right to be rich. There is no shame in wanting to get rich. Being rich is not just good. It is very good. Blood circulates freely in the body. So you are healthy. Money circulates freely in your life. You are financially healthy, and there is nothing wrong with that. There is no virtue in poverty. Can this be compared to an illness or a mental disorder? If you are worried about some bodily symptom, then you will understand that something is wrong with you. You go to the doctor and try to get rid of the disease in the same way. If there is not enough money in your life, then something is wrong with you. But do you think about the causes of financial ailment, and moreover, are you trying to cure it? Most often there are 3 reasons. These are emotions that block the path to success. Reason number 1 is envy. As a child, the guys and I often watched a young guy who was driving around in a luxury car. We looked at him and thought that he was 100% either a criminal or God knows who else. How else could he afford such a cool car? Or thought something like, why this upstart drives such a cool car, and not me? So the guys and I gave him a criminal history and a bad reputation, even though they had no idea what he really did. I completely changed my point of view after reading the book's Self-Development. Envious thoughts destroy us. We fall into the abyss of negativity, so wealth moves further and further away. If you are annoyed by the prosperity or wealth of another person, then you are repelling wealth from yourself. You lose what you condemn. It is impossible to attract what you criticize or what you envy. If your partner constantly criticizes you, then what is the point of staying with him? The same goes for wealth. Imagine that wealth is an attractive girl at the bar waiting for someone to compliment her and give her a cocktail. If you approach her and start discussing her appearance, how she behaves, you will not have the slightest chance with her. She will be interested in someone who will appreciate her. If you are jealous of someone's wealth, stop immediately for your own good, drive negative thoughts away. All feelings and thoughts about another person are created by us. Envious thoughts bring nothing but harm. It's like you're drinking poison over waiting for another person to be poisoned. You provoke all thoughts on yourself. Thoughts about other people are reflected in you. And if today I see a young guy driving a luxury car, I will be happy for him, even mentally thanked him for showing what I can achieve. If he could achieve this, then I can. Reason number 2. You are trying too hard. If you were asked to walk across a plank on the floor, you would have done it without a problem. And if the board were also moved to a height of 50 meters? I don't think you would take the risk. Now the intention to walk the board is in conflict with your imagination. Do you imagine that you can fall from a height? And how would you like to do it? The fear of heights will be stronger. And the more you push those thoughts away, the more power you give them. Think you can overcome fear with willpower? That won't work. It's like not thinking about the white elephant. These thoughts cannot be driven away, since the subconscious mind obeys the conscious mind. Hence, conscious thoughts are dominant. Most of the time, we focus on negative thoughts. They are the ones that are brought to life. How to avoid it? The thing is, we're trying too hard. Willpower cannot subjugate the subconscious. So nothing will come of it. The harder you try, the further you go from the desired result. Be simple. You are probably familiar with this situation. You have thoroughly prepared for the exam. But when they pulled the ticket out of my head, everything seemed to fly out. You can't remember anything. The harder you try to remember something, the worse you get. As soon as you leave the exam room, the stress level drops and an epiphany sets in. As you can see, the mind cannot be forced. However, the mind can be negotiated through relaxation. Did not worry yourself, think about the end result. Feel the joy of achieving your goal. The subconscious is very important to connect the imagination and feelings. Imagine that it has already happened. Your mind loves this state, and now you are focused on bringing it to life. You will find new solutions, ideas, meet new people. The main thing is not to push them away from you. And sometimes we are so obsessed with the end result that we miss the opportunities presented. Recently, I set myself a financial goal, thinking about how cool it would be when I get the desired amount. At first, I planned to make money with the help of the YouTube channel, so I focused all my efforts on it. But there was simply no profit. However, I received lucrative offers for real estate transactions. I didn't plan to do real estate at all, but opportunities found me by themselves. I pushed those thoughts away. After all, I had a different plan to develop my YouTube channel, and other ways of earning money were not included in my plans. But when new opportunities fall into your hands, it is foolish to miss them. I decided to try. A few weeks later, I purchased a property. We closed the deal with no problems. Everything went like clockwork. What was my surprise when I calculate the profit from the transaction? It almost 100% coincided with the goal that I set myself. The amount was rather big. I got what I wanted. It shocked me to the core. To this day, I don't understand how it happened. part of me said it was just luck, but no, it happened to me at least 3 times. And each time the solution itself found me. And the result obtained was almost 100% close to my goal. The difference was a few dollars more. The point is to not get stuck on one solution and be open to new ideas. Your task is not to know how to do it, but to understand what you want to achieve. The subconscious will show you the way. At the doctor's appointment, you first describe the complaints, and then listen to the doctor's advice. After all, that's not how you make your decisions. And if you had a solution, then you would not go to the doctor at all. And if you come, then listen in silence. Find a solution to the problem. It's not your doctor's job. In the same way, if you are counting on the help of your subconscious mind, then let it get through to you. Trust him. Reason number 3, fear. People often say I am both a scam and verbalized and visualized. Nothing succeeded. Well, maybe it didn't work because 10 minutes later of the positive attunement, you allowed negative thoughts to enter your head. Imagine that you asked a taxi driver to take you home, but then changed your mind and told him to take you somewhere else. Then you changed the address again. Of course, this leads the taxi driver astray. Even if it follows the route you have indicated, it is not known where it will lead. The same applies to working with the subconscious. You must have a clear idea of the goal. Know exactly what you want to achieve. And it is sacred to believe that your issue has a solution. So, what we think about the most is put into practice. For example, you tell yourself that you will fail an interview or an exam. You tune your subconscious mind to L. Fear of failure breeds failure itself. How to overcome this fear? Let's say you're afraid to swim. Set aside a few minutes of free time and sit in a quiet environment. Set yourself up for a state of deep rest. Now imagine yourself in the water. Feel the coolness of the water touching your skin. Do you feel the movement of your arms and legs? This is a real, bright, and joyful event. It's not just your fantasy. Those positive emotions that you associate with this activity, they will project onto your subconscious. It will no longer associate swimming with fear. The next time you go swimming, you will feel joy. This is the law of the subconscious. The technique can also be applied to other fears, such as fear of exams, job interviews, or public speaking. Number 3. How to visualize your goals. The easiest way to visualize. Imagine an image in your mind's eye, bring it to life. Is it possible to see something that does not yet exist? Yes, you certainly may. We can see the future long before it comes. After all, one day a computer or a telephone appeared. Someone just thought about it. The proverb says that chickens are counted in the fall. But you and I can count chickens at any time of the year. Take, for example, the work of architects. They see the building in its finished form even before it appeared. Regardless of the beauty and its purpose, the building already exists in the imagination of the architect. So there is no point in arguing that fantasies are real. In general, it would be foolish to start performing any task without first imagining the result in your imagination. Imagine that you are walking down the street and you meet a man who is building something. When asked what he is building, he says, "I don't know, I just put bricks one on top of the other." Maybe something will work? I think it's time to call the police before this lunatic messes up. Therefore, visualization is extremely important. To achieve the goal, it is best to visualize before going to bed or after meditation. You are in a sleepy and relaxed state. And the conflict between the conscious and subconscious disappears. It is easier for the mind to work with set goals. While you sleep, your subconscious will work for you. But during the day we get tired. When to rest? If not at night, but indeed our body rests during sleep. Our heart continues to pump blood. All vital organs continue to function. If you eat before bed, your body will digest the food. While you sleep, hair and nails continue to grow. Our subconscious also continues to work even during sleep. It is busy controlling all the vital processes of the body. A person spends a third of his life in a dream. And many problems are being solved at this time. Many famous people have found insights in a dream. Nikola Tesla, Albert Einstein, and many others. Number 4. How to let your subconscious guide you on the right path. If you have an important decision to make and you start to panic, stop. Think constructively. Anxiety and fear keep you from truly thinking. True thinking is free from fear. Here is a technique to help the body relax, calm down, mind and body. Ask your body to relax, to focus your thoughts on solving the problem. Try to find a solution with the conscious mind. Feel the joy of knowing that the solution has already been found and the problems are behind you. Did you find the best solution to the problem? Stay in this happy state, enjoy it, and then fall asleep. If you still don't get an answer to your question after waking up, try doing something else. It is possible that the answer will come down to you while you are busy with abstract matters. There is no guarantee that you will receive an immediate response, but trust that He is already within you. Keep the feeling of joy and pleasant excitement. Do you know what to do? Does the subconscious mind have no choice but to obey your mood? Sooner or later, you will feel an inner awareness push that will put you on the right path. Never doubt this feeling and follow your heart. The book contains real stories about how this technique helps people find the right solution. The author gives an example from his own life. He used this technique to find the lost ring. After a few tries, the idea came to him that he should ask his neighbor Robert about the ring. But what was the point? Robert was a child. How could he know? However, the author followed his intuition. The boy answered, "Yes, I pressed the rings a few days ago. I have it on my desk." Number 5. How to use the power of the subconscious for forgiveness. Life always forgives. If you run your finger, life will heal your wound. If you get burned, life will grow on new tissues. Life is not evil. She always forgives. Why can't we do the same? We blame ourselves for years for what we did in the past. This feeling eats us up from the inside. I shouldn't have said that. It had to be done differently. Everyone regrets something. We cannot forgive ourselves and others. Perhaps you said something offensive to your parents or treated a friend ugly? Years have passed, and you still feel lousy? But you know what? Scientists have confirmed that the cells of the human body are updated every 11 months. The body is completely renewed. It turns out that every 11 months we are born again. The one who committed the offense many years ago is long dead. And if you keep blaming this person, then it's useless. He is absolutely innocent. If you had the opportunity to go back and change everything, you would have acted differently. It is so. So why suffer and drag along the mistakes of the deceased person? Number 6. How to use the power of the subconscious for healing. Let's say you have assembled a watch mechanism, after a while they stop working. You know how to fix them because you created them. The subconscious is also a kind of watchmaker. It created your body and knows how to heal it and restore vital functions during sleep and wakefulness. The subconscious mind controls all the processes of the body. Without your participation, consciousness does not regulate the processes of breathing and heartbeat. And if consciousness had such an opportunity, then you would die in a few minutes. Consciousness is unable to perform such a complex process. Even the most modern medical technologies that allow open heart surgery are not so difficult compared to the work that our subconscious mind does 24/7. Consciousness cannot control the body, but it can interfere with its proper functioning. If an ordinary person gets into the cockpit, then he will not be able to fly the plane, but he will be able to distract the pilot in every possible way and prevent him from doing his job. In the same way, consciousness interferes with the work of our body. Anxiety, fear, depression interfere with the normal functioning of the heart, lungs, stomach, and other organs. Stress interferes with the coordinated work of the subconscious. If you feel physically or mentally unwell, the best thing you can do is let go, relax, and slow down your thoughts. Be the guardian of the doors of consciousness, letting only positive thoughts through. Let harmony, health, and peace enter your consciousness. Your body will thank you. Set your mind on the best, and the subconscious mind will help you achieve this. You will feel pleasant excitement and awe of anticipation. Feeling healthy creates health. The feeling of wealth breeds wealth. Don't forget about it. The subconscious does not distinguish between thoughts and reality in the world of the subconscious. What you think has already happened. Always remember your dream. Thinking about health and wealth? Now a few words about the book itself. I think the book is interesting and worth reading. It contains many stories of real people who have been helped by this technique to achieve their goals. If you liked this video, click on the playlist and watch other releases. Thanks for watching and have a nice day.